All hail the hairy moth. Holy Mothman. Holy. Greetings, fellow cultist. How goes your cultist duties? Remind me what they were. Wise and holy Mothman, protect us in our times of need. If it's a Mothman, then why the hell are there eggs everywhere? If it's a Mothman, praise be to him. You have rejoined us, and the flaps of his powdery embrace. That was weird. Let me try again. Where his wings flop, I'll go with him.
Where his wings flop, I'll go with him. Welcome back! Wait, are you new? Yeah, whatever. Welcome back.
Oh! Hey! Something Mothman. Something. At the time of recognizing, the worthless will be showered in
Password?
divided light.
Hope you don't waste my time again when you come back.
We are his flock.
You either have a password, or you better get a move on.
Wait, no.
Hope you don't waste my time again when you come back.
Oh, great Mothman, look upon your lands with mercy and protect us from stuff.
Hey, I don't think I've met you yet. Odd, I thought I knew all our believers. Anyway, I'm Scarlet. And you are? Holy! Mothman, holy! And he has been guiding my path for quite some time now. But Alex has been a true prophet. Oh, we are all so excited for the big ritual. We are so close to being consumed by the light. What a stupid question. She is our leader, you fool. Oh, I almost envy her. She has been chosen by the great Mothman. Oh, I wish I was chosen. No, Scarlet, envy is an ugly thing. No place for envy amongst believers. The Mothman shall receive all us believers equally and consume us with the light. Ugh, is he playing all important again? If I did, I'd tell you, but he won't tell me again either since I told a few others last time. He gets on my nerves. He keeps spreading his novice interpretations, but I can't spread the password. The word of the Mothman is as clear as the light that shall consume us, unlike his passwords, which are very unclear. I like you, new blood. I'm sorry I can't help you with the password. But you might find something that could help around Alex's room.
Dark? Ah, shit, he looks after us.
As you were.
It calls to us. He calls to us. You're not really like them either, are you? Mother cover.
All these eggs and not one omelet? Praise to him.
You either have a password, or you better get a move on. You may pass.
All hail the hairy moth. Holy Mothman. Holy. Wise and holy Mothman, protect us in our times of need. If it's a moth man, why the hell are there eggs everywhere? Praise be to him.
I don't remember your face. That's not gonna happen. And if you interfere with our ritual, we'll make you our next sacrifice. What a weird time to ask questions. I guess we can spare a few seconds. I like to get to know my victims a little anyway. For some of them, it's just a matter of saying the right thing. Mothman showed me this, Mothman showed me that. Next thing you know, I'm a prophet. The rest? Well, we share a common interest. They're my wolves hiding in Moth's clothing. We have one goal. Get back at Hugo. Do you know what that bastard did to these people? How he used them, stole their homes, left them for dead? There's so much about that man, that family, that you barely understand. Allow me to enlighten you. There was a small town still in this park when Hugo arrived, right where he wanted to build his precious vault. When they refused a buyout, he offered them all a safe spot when the bombs dropped. They accepted. If you know Hugo, it shouldn't surprise you that he went back on that deal. He left them all for dead, scared them off, and kept the land. He is a parasite, sucking dry the innocent, making no compromises that stand in the way of his vision. It doesn't take much time around the Stoltzes before this story starts to make perfect sense. Hugo feeds off the vulnerable. Always has. Maybe now you understand who you're working for. Why I can't let you take my prisoner away. Audrey was the only one who ever got me. Ran into each other in a bookstore in the before times. That nerd. God, I miss her. Her dad hated us being together. Thought I was a bad influence on her. Maybe I thought he was a capitalist pig. The family business was everything to him. Anything that stood in its way had to be eliminated. I guess I stood in the way. I'm sure she would understand. But also, look at me. Look what I've become. She would never take me back anyway. Hugo caught wind that I was still in contact with Audrey after they moved to Shenandoah. He sent a goon to kill me, keep me away. The bombs fell as I was being attacked. Probably the only reason I managed to escape. I was out in the woods by myself, barely alive, getting my strength back. Until this lot found me and made me their leader. Lucky me. They've turned out to be a great help to make my revenge against Hugo a reality. I'm not alone in that. Many here want to see Hugo suffer. And I won't let you get in the way of that. Yes! Can you say the same? Hugo cop, the bombs fell as I was out in the... They've turned out to be... I'm not alone. That's really easy. Surprised you couldn't figure that one out yourself. If I can't have Audrey, then Hugo can't have Cassidy. Getting her was simple. Just convince some of our ghoul members that the Mothman has spoken. He demands a special sacrifice. Got them dolled up in some clean 63 jumpsuits and had them sneak in during the night. Good thing that door in the basement is wide open. Now they're all abuzz about a super special ritual, waiting for my next move. But I still haven't picked out the right tool for the job yet. I agree. You can sure try! Where his wings flop, I'll go with
Curse you, heretical one! How dare you on his sacred sacrifice!
Back. Good. I trust you have taken care of everything. And I can send my man out to get Cassidy.
around the mansion. I wonder how that happened.
Fantastic. Oh, I wish I was there to see it. You know, in a more figurative sense. With that matter settled, I'll notify a team to conduct a rescue effort to bring Cassidy home. I'm truly grateful, my friend.
You're unbelievable. You just couldn't let it go, could you? The only solution you have is to just kill and kill and kill. I can't believe I came up here to try and talk this through. To try to make you see some reason. But I seem to have forgotten how efficient you are. After all these years of not knowing if she was still alive, I had a tiny spark of a hope that I could see her again. And now she's gone. For good. And there is no one else to blame but you. Both of you. For a moment, I really thought you were one of the good ones. But now, you're no different. Just taking orders from my mad father and killing innocent people.
Supplies
You're
are starting
both
to
just
run low,
heartless murderers.
even with the stockpile from the supply run.
Audrey, hang on. You still don't understand. Alex kidnapped your mother. Ah, no talking sense into that one. She always just runs away. You get used to it. I must get word to the rescue team. Bis später.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a
Yes?
barely fresh air.
I don't have a lot of time, but I can always find some to talk about my research. Where do we start? Well, the research we did prior to the bombs dropping is classified. And to be honest, who cares anymore? My current research is focused on the weather machine and its relationship to the Lost. That said, I'm not gonna go into that either, because we'd be here all day, and to be honest, I'm not sure that's something I want to freely discuss.
Arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accident.
Fine, the quick version then. A few years after the bombs, our residents were fighting against going feral, a complete loss of their minds. All of our research facilities pointed their efforts towards solving that. The weather machine included. By complete accident, we discovered that close proximity to the machine had a sort of reversing effect on the symptoms of feralization. Things didn't shake out as planned, though. I'm sorry. Really, this is all I'm willing to share on this. I mean it. Not like I had another choice. You've met my father. He doesn't really take no for an answer. Not quite. I've always been interested in nature and science. I'd spent hours watching the stars as a kid. No, what I actually wanted was to pursue astronomy. But my father needed a specialist and insisted it be a family endeavor. I was put in charge, but my team did all of the heavy lifting. I think they saw my heart wasn't in it, that I was mainly a family figurehead. I guess my research still has me looking up at the sky. That's almost astronomy, right?
I miss research and science.
For sure.
Discoveries and news. Ah, screw it. I miss how it was before.
I suppose. Anything in particular? My parents were never very present or available, so I'm used to not having them around all the time.
I'm tired of all
But between my father and my mother, I do wish it would have been him in a coma. At least my mother had some heart left. After my father was done corrupting her. It's always the good ones that we lose, isn't it? No, she is a sweetheart. Maybe a little too sweet for me. We had very different upbringings. I do envy her sometimes.
seeing someone
Her
do
parents
so much good around
actually
here.
cared. Sometimes it's hard to believe we're actually all related. For sure. the love of my life. The only one that ever got me. But I'm not really sure how any of that is relevant to you.
It was nothing to worry about, though.
I suppose you're not wrong there. Well, to summarize it, we met in a bookshop. And whilst that might sound romantic, it certainly was not love at first sight. We actually got into a bit of an argument. But our differences quickly became our common ground. We loved to challenge each other's views and tastes in literature. And whilst we started to love how different we were, my father saw it as a threat. God, that sounds cheesy. I'll stop boring you with this now. Having someone with such strong communist views, sweet-talking the heir of his business, built on capitalist foundations. I mean, you can see how he'd find that threatening, right? I still begged my father to allow her to join us in the vault, but to no avail. Shortly after I talked to my father, she vanished. I always thought he was behind all of it, and now I have proof. I can't believe how much she changed, though. To do something so ridiculous like kidnapping my mother? I don't think we could have worked things out anymore. It sounds like she was a whole different person, and now she's gone for good. Anyway, I think that's enough talking about this for me. Good. I'm busy anyway.
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
Is there a reason? Make it quick. I've been spread thin dealing with surface-side security concerns. My more menial tasks have started to slip through the cracks, however. I can tell you're equipped to handle much worse, but tackling some issues from my backlog would be of great service to me, at least as a start. There are 3 in particular who often bring up issues to me. You can start there. There are 3 residents that have been complaining about a myriad of concerns. Margaret, Lawrence, and Julio. Your best bet is to track them down. They're likely lounging about waiting for someone else to handle the hard work. They should have more than enough to keep you busy for the time being. Report back when it's been handled. In the meantime, I have other matters I need to attend to, so please, if you'd excuse me.
New animals up there. Any of them good for you?
I miss research and science. And Discover felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
And then I saw... Do you mind? Oh, a stranger. We haven't seen anyone from outside in a while. What brings you here? Now, why would we tell you that, stranger?
Yeah, a real nosy stranger. Hey, Julio, get it? Because they got a nose and we don't.
It ruins the joke when you explain it, Lawrence.
Is there anything else?
The one from outside.
What's a ghoul?
Is that what they're calling our condition outside? Those bastards.
That means this is a widespread condition and not unique to us.
I suppose we do look ghoulish.
Discoveries and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before. A while back. Security said it was
Smooth skin? That's an interesting way of putting it.
Ooh, I like that. Those smooth-skinned bastards.
If we make contact with the outside again, it wouldn't hurt to use their terminology.
Thanks for the intel. Is there anything else? That we've spent far too long cooped up here. I can't wait to get back to work.
You said it, sister.
Is there anything else? Chief Oberlin's finally getting around to dealing with this, huh? And sending in a stranger to boot. We must have it tough. Yeah, there's a few things we've brought up before, most of it in the lower levels. Things like strange noises coming from the generator room. People are scared to go check it out in case one of the Lost are in there.
Oh, also, we have a huge rat problem in the storage room, as in, huge rats. Last time I was on a food run, something jumped right past me and snatched it. Damn near took my arm with it, too.
And, someone should probably take care of Alfie.
Yeah. Alfie was one of us, but his condition got worse until he got us to lock him in his room. He's probably lost his mind by now, but no one could bring themselves to do what needs to be done. You didn't know him, though. If there's anything you could do for him, we'd appreciate it.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
Rad rats? We'll need to make a note of all these new terms outsiders use.
Since the earthquake, we've been experiencing more and more of the wasteland's wonders. And we're not exterminators, much less seasoned fighters. That's why we put in a security request to deal with it.
They've been left like that for so long. They've probably multiplied by now.
Is there anything else? We're just guessing, to be honest. Hard to tell why the Lost do anything they do.
We've been hearing whispers and pops like static electricity, which is pretty much exactly what the Lost sound like. We also know what happens when you get too close. They'd kill us as soon as you'd squash a bug.
That's if they don't turn us into one of them first. There's too few of us left now to take a risk like that, but, you look very capable.
Is there anything else? Alfie was a good guy. Had a tendency to overdo things, though.
Remember when he skipped work because he wanted to find out if we could still get hangovers after the change?
Yeah, I remember that. I had to take over his shift the next day, that bastard.
His apartment is in the lower levels. The key is still down there. Somewhere. Is there anything else? You can get to the lower levels from the elevators just over there. There's also a stairwell down just across the atrium that leads directly to the storage room. Good luck. And thank you.
Good luck down there, and, welcome to Vault 63.
Don't you just hate rude people listening in on private conversations?
How's it going out there? Windy? Airish? Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting. It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little. You have beautiful skin. It's unsettling. Supplies are starting to dwindle a little, even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storms. Looking for someone? What if we go back to the surface and...
Have you heard about...
to know us because of our...
Again?
What if we go back to the surface? Nobody
What if
wants
we
to
go
know us
back to
because
the
And then I
rocks,
saw...
you know?
Nobody
Do
wants
you
to dish us
mind?
because of our...
Welcome back. How are things going? We're sorry that you had to be the one to deal with all of that.
Yeah, it's good to know there are still people outside, especially people who are capable.
Thanks. We couldn't have done it ourselves. Is there anything we can do for you? Well, we're not really ones to gossip.
Not with outsiders, anyway. But you're all right.
Maybe we can share a few details.
I don't see why not. What did you want to know? Strict but fair. He runs a tight ship. As long as you hit your deadlines and don't cause problems, he's actually pretty pleasant.
But you don't want to find yourself on his bad side. I heard he was a pretty ruthless businessman before his overseer days. I doubt he's actually changed all that much. Just don't mention his, condition. It's kind of a sensitive subject.
You have to be in the business world, especially in wartime. He's always been pretty respectful during the rounds and inspections, especially when Cassidy was around. Say what you will about the man, it's clear he would do anything for his wife. He was head over heels for her.
She did keep him level-headed. She just up and disappeared one day. I hope she's doing well wherever she is.
Is there anything else? He's friendly, but can be dismissive. He does his best to keep things safe and orderly, but we can see he kind of resents it. Especially having to work for Overseer Stoltz. We just haven't figured out why, other than being overworked. The Overseer seems to be keeping him extra busy lately, particularly after everything that's been going on.
He's always been friendly. Heck, even used to be fun. Would always be up to party after work. Now, though, huge stick in the mud. Can't say I blame the guy, but last few years, he's been more, what's the word?
Boring.
Cold. Bottled up. Like a shaken Nuka-Cola ready to burst.
Is there anything else? Well, it used to be a lot busier. We'd take the rail line to work in the different wings each day. Then there was the accident, which, honestly, we still don't know much about. After that, most folks we knew became what we call the Lost. And the Overseer became, well... Oh, and then there was the earthquakes recently. That destroyed any way of easily reaching the other wings, even if we wanted to fight them back from the Lost.
It's not all bad. We got food, shelter, safety, and space. It'll sure be nice to be able to get back to work, but just think of it as an extended vacation.
I'm more worried about how much work we'll have to catch up on when things get back to normal. If they ever get back to normal.
We tried to keep working here in the atrium, even outside the vault, but in the end we just stopped. Been locked in here a while now, and looks like nothing's changing until that storm outside passes. Is there anything else? Yeah, we'll spread the word that you are someone trustworthy. Thanks again for all the help. You're all right, outsider.
We got a system and it works, damn it!
Have you heard about... Ugh, again?
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
Wow. Your skin isn't split at all.
Just how far did they go to cover up scandals? What hell? You're back. I hope you have good news for me. Well, color me surprised. Good work. With that out of the way, I'll be able to focus on the more important matters, like dealing with the chaos going on outside of this vault. I don't suppose that those three had anything interesting to say while you were helping them? I see. So those are the rumors going around. I appreciate your honesty. Still, it can be hard for people to know who to trust. But enough about that. Now that you've helped me out, is there anything I can help you with? First, your reward. I'll arrange for something from our armory. I'm sure you'll find a good use for it in the future. Too soon. If you're sticking around a while. It's good to have someone reliable to count on again. Maybe now we can start fixing things around here. Now that you've proven yourself useful, I have a sensitive situation that could use some in-person problem solving. The emergency alert in the organic sector has been triggered, something that requires proper authorization to do. As I understand it, the lab's head researcher Hilda Stoltz headed there not too long ago. I believe you're acquainted. It would appear she's gotten herself into danger. It's unlikely she'd seek outside meddling if it wasn't something serious. Undetermined. Hilda is the only one left who could have triggered the emergency signal. So we know she was there and alive not long ago. As you'll see, her research was unconventional and involved studies of the lost. If something happened there, it's likely dangerous. Get to the lab, assess the situation, and ensure Hilda returns here safely. If she's unwilling to return, convince her otherwise. She, and Mr. Stoltz for that matter, may believe her research takes priority over her safety. With our current numbers, that isn't a risk worth taking. With the tram tunnels collapsed, you should still be able to access organics from a cave nearby, used as a sort of ventilation system. If Hilda was able to make it there, I imagine you won't have too much trouble. But I'll provide a security key, just in case. Be prepared for the worst. I look forward to your return.
Oh, hello again. Didn't expect to see you here. Perfect! Well, almost perfect. I can't leave yet. Not until I've finished running the tests. I've been researching a method of reverting the Lost back to their original condition. Or at least, regain the ability to communicate with us. Uncle Hugo agrees with me too. This is top priority stuff, so, would you help me out? Please? Pretty please? Ask away. Sure. I think. I'm pretty sure. He's tricky to read. He definitely didn't ask me to stop looking into this. Maybe not normal, but something closer to normal. Less dangerous for us and them. Here's a way to put it. Maybe make them more like Uncle Hugo. You know, remember, they used to be our friends. Family. The longer they stay this way, the more likely the rest of the world will kill them all off. That's not a question. I'll thank you not to assume my charm means I'm lacking in skill or intelligence. I wouldn't be here without both. Now, give this asking a question thing another shot. You know questions, right? It's when you raise your voice at the end. It's personal. Sorry, always wanted to do that. But really, it is personal. Sorry. I am in danger! In danger of not finishing this research! On account of the teeny tiny lost problem the sector is experiencing. Did I not mention we're a bit overrun with Lost at the moment? Because that'd be the reason I asked for help! So thanks for stopping by. I hope that clears things up. You will? Great! First you should head to the greenhouse in the chemistry wing. Once you're there, look for Henry. Oh, Henry is one of the plants. He's from the Powerhouse family. Some subfamilies, when properly processed, can be used as painkillers and muscle relaxants. I'll be tracking your progress, and I'll give you a ring over the intercom with the next steps. Good luck!
Stupid, foolish,
Looks like you found Henry. Good. Now we just need to mix Serum Alpha. Head to the pharmaceutical lab. It should be through the door on your left after leaving the greenhouse. Once you've made the serum, we'll have to test it. I'd managed to sedate a couple of the lost earlier. There should be one taking a nap in the clinical trial room. It's just past the observation room, through the door to the left of the mixer station. You'll have to dose them with the serum. Hopefully they won't be too mad when you wake them up.
we will fight you and banish you, monster!
To make your way back into the caverns outside. The entrance you need is in a pipe in the greenhouse. Look for some of the fungi growing in the cave. The ones that survived in there should be hardy enough. I may be able to extract an effective stabilizer from the juvenile mycelium spores in the mushroom's gills. Oh, and those caves were used to vent dangerous gases from the lab. You may encounter some mutated critters or side effects. Good luck. Come find me when you get to the world. I'll extract what I need and mix the next doses. You're back. Did you find everything? Great! Hand them over and I'll make the new serum. You know, mixing formulas was always one of my favorite things to do here. I always thought, hey, if this doesn't pan out, maybe I could be a bartender at one of those high-class joints. One time, I mixed a custom cocktail for one of Uncle Hugo's parties. People loved it! Maybe it went down a little too well. Folks might have gotten far more inebriated than expected. Still, only a slightly smaller chance of mixed alcoholic drinks exploding than advanced chemical formulas. Okay, here's the first one. And here's the second. Don't worry, these shouldn't explode. Head over to the biology wing. There's a lost sedated in the surgery room. Should still be sedated, hopefully. I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, I'll unlock the door from the terminal.
agent from the mushrooms, the relaxants from Henry, and a stronger dosage than serum alpha. Go to the vat storage room. You should find one of the lost in a vat hooked up to some machines. Place the serum in the slot in the machine. That should dispense the serum safely into the vat to be absorbed. Oh, this is our last chance today. Cross all your fingers and toes.
welcome back. Let's talk. It's complicated. To understand, I need to tell you what the actual purpose of this facility was before the Lost. Those vats contain sleeping residents from our vault. Back when we faced our first crisis of the mind, going feral, before the Lost, feralization was the only real threat to our happiness here. It was running rampant and we were desperate to fix it. My papa was one of the volunteers. He showed early signs of going feral and offered to go under. Be a test subject for cures. He was also that last patient you ran the experiment on. Short answer? Science. Long answer? Well, I can explain that, sort of, if you're ready to hear the rest of it, that is. I'm sure you've run into their like before. It's when our kind goes from just sounding gruff and radiated to snarling, teeth-gnashing monster. We don't know why it happens, who it can happen to, or if there's any way to cure it, but, well, that last part is what we're trying to figure out. Okay, let me try to explain. As you probably noticed, the once sedated patients have two key problems. They aren't really sedated much anymore, and they're still lost. So, I'll come clean. We're not here looking for a cure for the lost. Or at least, not here and not me. I'm here to test out new ways of sedating the patients here. Something stronger that can even put a lost under. But, before you get mad, we are looking for a cure. The royal we, just not me, not here. Sorry about that. That's classified, I think. With the way you handle yourself, I'm pretty sure it's just a matter of time before we rope you into the effort. Not really. We had some early breakthroughs, especially using the, never mind. Just science stuff. I can tell you it mattered, though. A lot. We all had someone going through it, and I mean all of us. You have to remember, these are our friends, family. If we can keep them sedated, they aren't a threat to us or themselves anymore. And if you want to be pragmatic, we need samples. Living, healthy samples. See? It's still science. Promise. No, you're just wrong. We're going to find a cure, and the patients here are gonna help us. My papa included. I'm sorry you can't see it that way, but to be frank, you don't have to. Oh, and before you think I just wasted your time on a personal project, I did manage to secure some tissue samples too. And we needed those. Really. An integral step in fixing the lost. I mean it. But look, I'll head back to the vault soon after I finish up here. You can assure Oberlin that you've completed your rescue mission. Have a fun hike back. Bye now.
brings you back in here?
If I hadn't already lost... You're back. Were you able to secure Hilda safely? That's good to hear. She's an invaluable asset to the vault. What exactly was happening over there?
Starting to change things up around here. We got the system and it works, damn it.
Reckless. Perhaps a necessary step in seeking a cure, but to do so alone, with the region in the state it is. Well, it's good you were able to arrive there before she'd gotten herself killed. You're more capable than I had assumed. I'll make sure you're suitably rewarded for your effort. Take a moment to dust yourself off, but report back to me soon. I have another job for you. This one's a bit more delicate than the others. You're dismissed. It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a bit. With the stockpile for the supply runs.